Class 8 English Grammar Topic 1 The Sentence. Animated Grammar. Definition. A sentence is a group of words that are joined to make complete sense. Parts of a sentence. A sentence is made up of two parts. Subject. It is the part of a sentence that names the person or thing being spoken about. In a sentence, a subject is placed first, except in an interrogative and exclamatory sentence. Predicate. It is that part of a sentence that says something about the action of the subject. For example, children play cricket. Children of this school play cricket. Children in sentence A and children of this school in sentence B are subjects and are placed first. The underlined words are predicates in the above sentences. A predicate can be one word or more than one word made up of various components. Types of sentences. Sentences can be classified into four types: declarative or assertive, interrogative, imperative or exclamatory. Declarative sentences. Sentences that state something are called declarative sentences. Declarative sentences are further subdivided into two types: affirmative or positive sentences. The sentences that make positive statements are called affirmative sentences. For example, Jane is a teacher. John is a doctor. Joseph is a pilot. Negative sentences. The sentences that make negative statements are called negative sentences. For example, Julia is not a teacher. Tiska is not a doctor. Justin is not a pilot. Interrogative sentences. Sentences that ask questions are called interrogative sentences. These are of three types. WH questions. The questions that begin with WH, that is, what, when, why, who, whom, where, etc. For example, what is your name? Where do you come from? When will you complete your work? Yes or no questions. The questions that answer in yes or no. For example, is your name Sam? Do you like geography? Will you help me do this work? Question tags. After making a statement, a small question is added at the end of it. Such a question is called a question tag. Such a question is asked to seek agreement or confirmation from the person who is being talked to. Some question tags are: isn't it? Shouldn't it? Hasn't he? Wouldn't we? Etc. For example, we should study regularly. Shouldn't we? They haven't agreed. Have they? Let us play outside, shall we? Susan writes poetry, doesn't she? He did not join the Navy, did he? Note that if the statement is affirmative, the question tag is negative. Sentence A. If the statement is negative, the question tag is affirmative. Sentence B. We put a question mark at the end of an interrogative sentence. Imperative sentences. Sentences that express a command, an order, a request, or an advice are called imperative sentences. For example, command: correct your spellings. Request: pass me the book, please. Advice: you must sleep for at least 8 hours every day. We put a full stop at the end of an imperative sentence. Exclamatory sentences. Sentences that express some strong emotional feelings of anger, shock, surprise, admiration are called exclamatory sentences. For example, anger: shh, say no more. Surprise: oh my God, I can't believe my eyes. Shock: alas, I have lost my favorite book. Admiration: wow, what a wonderful castle this is. We put an exclamation mark at the end of an exclamatory sentence. Simple, compound, and complex sentences. Simple sentences. A sentence that is made up of one independent clause and makes complete sense is called a simple sentence. An independent clause is a grammatical unit that carries a finite verb and makes complete sense by itself. A simple sentence is also called an independent clause. Note that a simple sentence has only one subject and only one finite verb. For example, Mona loves animals. Sam has 2 sisters. Jane is going to the market. Compound sentences. A sentence formed when 2 independent clauses are joined by a conjunction is called a compound sentence. Note that a compound sentence communicates one complete thought through independent clauses. The independent clauses or the coordinating clauses can be joined by conjunctions, such as and, but, however, nevertheless, nonetheless, only, still, whereas, yet, or, otherwise, for, so, therefore, neither, nor, either, or, etc. For example, the question is tricky, but I can answer it. Rohan did not study for the test, yet he scored well. I can take you to the park, or I can take you to the museum. Complex sentences. A sentence formed when an independent clause joins a dependent or subordinate clause is called a complex sentence. Note that in a complex sentence, the subordinate clause is joined with the main clause with the help of either a conjunction such as because, after, before, while, since, that, as, unless, though, although, etc. or relative pronouns such as who, which, what, etc. For example, I know the man who came to meet me yesterday. The book that you gave me had wonderful stories. Jane left the party early as she was in a hurry.